What's good, everybody? This is the Kid, DC Wrestling, back at it again with your June 11, 2021 WWE Friday Night Smackdown review. And I gotta say, man, this episode of Smackdown was pretty decent. You had your pros and cons, but so far I thought this was a pretty good, decent episode of Smackdown. We're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get straight into it. We kicked off the night with a fiery promo from one half of the Usos. That is Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso just going off in his promo talking about how Reigns is not only jealous of Jimmy Uso, but he wanted the Usos to lose on purpose, which was the reason why he attacked Dominic. Not just attacked Dominic and Rey, but damn near destroyed them, murdered them. You know what I mean? So Jimmy Uso just cuts, again, a fiery promo. Really good way to kick off the night. So we had our first match of the night, which was a tag team match play. We had KO and Big E take on the team of Apollo, Crews, and Sami Zayn. And before I get into the match, I got to talk about Big E. This is the first time that we're seeing Big E on TV. And someone could correct me if I'm wrong, because, again, I didn't watch SmackDown last week because I was on vacation. But as far as I know, this is the first time we're seeing Big E since the Fatal 4-Way IC title match, where Aleister Black shows up and Black masses Big E. But then we learned the shocker that Aleister, well, I don't know if some would say it wasn't a shocker, but we learned that Aleister Black eventually gets released. He gets released, and Big E shows up like nothing happened. Like, we're not going to even talk about what happened, or Big E's not going to talk about what happened because they can't, because Aleister Black got released. So it is what it is. But KO and Big E does get the win here. What was a pretty good opener. Apollo was pissed off at the end. He was talking about how, you think you can beat me and that chump Sami Zayn, basically blaming Sami for the loss. So next week we're going to get KO and Big E taking on Apollo and his commander. And afterwards, because Sami was upset that Apollo said something to him, attacked Sami. So I don't know if this is turning heel. I don't think so. I don't think this is going to turn Sami babyface. I think this is just Sami getting attacked. So yeah, it is what it is. So we did get a little segment tonight with Bayley and Seth Rollins in the Ding Dong Hello segment. It was a pretty good segment. I guess it was decent. Nothing too special. It was just them laughing and just like belittling Bianca and Cesaro, just laughing and just joking around, having a good time. And then this led to Cesaro making a return. Cesaro attacking Rollins, destroying the set. Bianca comes out after all that shenanigans happened and just laughing at, Bayley. So, we're getting more build towards the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view on June 20th. So it is what it is. So after that, we got a match between Carmella and Liv Morgan. Liv did get the win here. So it seems like WWE is going to go with their annual 50-50 booking, because last week, Carmella, won, and now this week Liv wins, and now who knows, like, they're going to be facing each other almost every single week now. But it is what it is. It was there. Liv does get the win here, and they'll probably have a grudge match, probably either at the pay-per-view or next week on SmackDown. We're just going to have to see what happens, but, Liv gets the win here nonetheless. So we get the next match. We get Chad Gable versus Montez. Montez does get the win here by DQ, but it seems like we saw Paul Heyman's legitimate son in Otis coming out. And the reason why I mentioned that, because Otis shaved his beard. Oh, so I don't know if I should be happy about that or a little freaked out, a little traumatized by that. I don't know how to react to that. But despite that, Otis was attacking Angelo. So I believe this is next week. It's obviously going to be Otis versus Angelo. And then at the pay-per-view, we're probably going to get, the Street Profits versus Chad Gable and Otis. And I have no problem with this. I mean, this gives some of the Street Profits and Otis and chat something to do. They're not just sitting around and catering doing shit. So at least they're doing something here. So, but nonetheless, this is okay match. Again, Montez gets the win. So we get Corbin versus Nakamura. Nakamura gets the win here. Look, man, I'm again, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this feud. Obviously, because Shinsuke getting the crown and stuff, but like you gotta make it fresh. You can't just have them face each other each and every single week. Like they've been, I think Knox been beating Corbin every single week. So again, this is probably going to lead to a big match where again Shinsuke takes the crown officially. So we're just gonna have to see what happens. But we did get a fiery promo from the tribal chief himself, Mr. Roman Reigns, and the Usos in the back. I mean, him and Jimmy were just going at it. It was so much to the point that Jay just couldn't take it anymore. Jay literally walked out of the locker room, and it was insane, man. And Roman just cutting a fiery promo, and just let me tell you something, guys. This is one of the reasons why Roman is just so good, man, because Roman just does a good job at manipulating people. He just does a great job at that. And this segment was no exception. I mean, the three men just did a good job, man. This story is one of the best the best stories right now in WWE. And the reason why is because it feels so real. It just feels like it makes you, the shit they do, it makes you tune in every single week. And because usually in storylines they're boring and generic, but this is real and just it just feels real and generic. It doesn't feel fake. You know what I mean? It actually feels like they actually hate each other. And again, Roman with the whole family lineage, it's just this tribal chief, man. It's special. So I just had to say that. So we did get the main segment of the night. Rey also cut a fire promo earlier in the night talking about how he's going to call out Roman, and that's exactly what he did. And we got the challenge. It's set. Rey Mysterio versus Roman Reigns inside Hell in a Cell. This is interesting. I know it would have been cool to see Reigns versus Jimmy Uso with Jey Uso as a special guest referee, but this is okay too. Again, Roman destroying Dominic and Rey again. I believe this isn't, someone could correct me if I'm wrong here, this is the first time I believe that Rey and Roman are having a one-on-one match. I know like back at the 2013 Survivor Series, Reigns was the sole survivor and he, lastly speared and pinned Rey, but this is interesting, man. This is going to be really cool. So Rey versus Roman inside Hell in a Cell, it's going to be really cool, man. So anyways, guys, that is my SmackDown review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit me up. I'll probably will do an AEW Dynamite once it goes off. But if I don't, then I probably won't. But then again, this has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah.